Have we lost the culture war? Yeah, well, I don't think you lose until you're dead. So you never give up, you never quit. But certainly, Western culture and what got it where it became so important, where it created such freedom, such benefits, such diversity, unlike any other uh, culture and history, all based on the Judeo-Christian ethic that is the West. That idea, that honor of that tradition is gone for sure. We see it. I guess that ball's been rolling quite a while down the hill, and it seems like it's really picking up steam now, and it's getting towards the end because now we have a complete party in the United States that's saying, if 2 seconds before that baby is born, you can kill it, or actually even if it's born, kill it if you don't want it. I mean, they wouldn't have said that 3 years ago. To say that there's certain perspectives that people see themselves that you have to acknowledge, even if you don't think it's scientifically true, or even if you just don't buy into it. And to be told you're forbidden to do that, I mean, it's post-truth. I mean, that's what I've been fighting for my whole career. If I have any reason why I'm not the biggest, baddest Christian comedian of all time, it's because I was called to do something more than just laughs. And I didn't know that, trust me. I just wanted to be a comedian. I had my little moment in the sun where I was the top biggest, you gotta be kidding me guy. God gave me some really amazing opportunities in media, some huge things. New Yorker article was pretty fantastic. A lot of mainstream television and things that was secular was given to me. So I had my place, where I was the biggest gun in town. But very shortly after that, God made it very clear that you're doing something else for me. I own your funny. It's mine. And I didn't ask you where to go. I asked you, will you go? And you said yes. And when God calls you to something and you say yes, it's like being made in the mafia. God uses you until he kills you. There's no way out. And I ran from my calling. I did not know, I really didn't really understand the depth of what God was doing in my life, that I wasn't just to be a comic. I was in ministry, that he had called me years ago, 25 years ago. When I first started working in churches, before all these other guys showed up. There was only a couple of guys when I started. I remember performing at a church, and I would get laughs, and I was used to working in nightclubs where I'd get laughs and standing ovations, whatever. So I'd kind of reached what I was searching for as a comic. And I'd go into church, I'd get laughs, but then I'd talk about things about my faith, about my country, about the culture. And I'd see them stop laughing and just lock in, like I was giving them revelation or something deeper. And I just remember thinking, this is who I am. That's the only way I know how to describe it. This is who I am. I'm supposed to do this. And I told my wife, 25 years ago, I don't know what this means, because I just want to be a comic, but I think I'm supposed to be in ministry. And she's like, no, that's not what we signed up for. I was a comedian's wife. And so I believe that was the beginning. And God had a lot of work to do for me on my journey of refining me to the kind of man he needed me to be prepared for this season in America and what I was to do. But I'm telling you something. When God calls you to something and you try to flee, he drops the hammer. And if you wake up on the beach in whale vomit enough times, you finally go, maybe I'll head to Nineveh. Because I was called to Nineveh. I was called by God to be a prophet to the United States and to be a missionary to America. Is that the most ridiculous thing you have ever heard? I'm a comedian. And God said, you are what I tell you you are. Your gift is not comedy, says God. Your gift is communication. I've given you the gift of communicating. The comedy is the flavor it comes in. But your gift is prophetic, saying hard things to the church and to the culture, and it's culturally and Judeo-Christian social commentary centric. You're talking about how God sees the world, and you're going to describe that through comedy or through other means of communication, whether it's acting, I've been in many films, whether it's documentaries, whether it's book writing, whether it's this new television show, this odd, unorthodox, sort of backdoor approach to the gospel, to the culture, is my ministry. And here we go. I mean, I've never been afraid to say what needed to be said, and it costs you. But I also know there's an uprising of Christians in this country, small group, that are ready to say, okay, it's time to fight. No more games, no more posing, because there's too many churchgoers in America, and there's not enough Christians. Because Christianity comes with a price, and most Christian Americans don't want to pay it. Hi guys, Brad Stine here. Like and subscribe to my channel, and if you don't, I'll be looking for you. You think I can't find you? Do you think I don't know where you are? Oh, and hit the notification bell. That way I can find you in the dark. And watch one of these videos.